일제유심조 바지용지는 남하다 세치남 삼약삼모다 그치남 엉하잖아 바바지지지um 남하다 세치남 삼약삼모다 그치남 엉하잖아
Hi, so we are here at the Samseong-Am temple on Samgak Mountain right now with Zen monk Mucho. Hi, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm especially very nice to. I certainly some new Dharma friend meet here. I also I think 7 years ago I visited I had been to the Boston. I stayed in Cambridge Center 2 months help maybe. So they come from the Boston. So we started to talk about some with our memory.
Yeah, our shared history.
And they also have the martial artist and some sword martial.
Yeah,
sword martial, Shingang-do. Yeah, some Korean martial the master from Korean martial master, and they also are very interesting in Zen Buddhism, and they have philosophies until now, and it is the common point. So it is the moment we talk, we make this situation. So here is the Samseong-Am in Korea, in Seoul. It is the story is made. The story is some lay people practice it. I'm not sure it's 100 ago. Some lay people he practice it over there in the cave, and he had some enlightenment, and then some another practitioners came here, and more and more the group is developed, and then this temple is made by the moment. So this location is in National Park, very beautiful landscape. So welcome to James and Andrew. It's the connection karma.
So, yeah.
I hope you read the story instead of me.
Sure. Yeah, we have here the manuscript for Mucho's book, Inviting to the Zen. And in here we have a passage where someone had asked you a question, an Italian person had asked you a question.
Yeah.
How do you think about relaxing? And the answer here that you gave was, relax is the ease, condition, and calmness that anyone can experience in the middle of the course of practice. Although there is the case which does word head practice from the first time, but is recommended for beginners to do counting breath practice at first. Through it, they can experience the ease mind condition, and they can control body and mind to some extent. So they have the belief that they can control their mind, and they have the belief that they can attain enlightenment while they experience relaxed, peaceful mind, and the reality of Buddhism philosophy through practice. Therefore, this practice is the peaceful mind state that the beginners who practice Zen meditation experience easily at first. You don't have to think this relax as a purpose. It is not the purpose of Buddhism, not the purpose of practice. It is one of the effects that you experience in the course of beginning practice. When Korean Buddhists say goodbye to each other, they say Seon bu hasib seo. It means be a Buddha. At the time of the Buddha, those who is called Arahan are the same with Buddha. All the Zen masters who are called U Zen master is the same with Buddha. It is the same Buddha who has different names. The first turning of the wheel of the illustrious law is the first discourse of the 5 bhikkhus after attaining enlightenment. At that time, all of the 5 bhikkhus attained enlightenment were sanctioned by the Buddha. It is said, Buddha said, now there is 6 Aharan in the world. This word means now there are 6 Buddhas. Buddhism aims for an enlightenment now and here, from beginning to end. The reason I emphasize it repeatedly because of worry, which is showed in the stream of Western Buddhism. Buddhism, meditation, and so on are used in psychotherapy, relieving stress, and so on in various fields. On one hand, it is positive, developmental aspect. On the other hand, it has the problem which lets Buddhism stagnate in the introductory process. Buddhism realizes the answer about essential questions. What is the purpose of this life? Where did I come from? Where do I go? Through one's experience by oneself. So they have the paradigm shift and a changed way of life. Ultimately, it is to attain enlightenment. But now, in Western Buddhism, there's a turn to a certain part of Buddhism to practical use, and it loses the spirit and value of true Buddhism. It stagnates the way of learning.
Yeah.
I think that's very concise. And as a person who practices Buddhism, but also from my profession, I've practiced psychotherapy as a psychologist. I can definitely relate to what you say in here about people getting stagnated in the introductory phases, in the very first phases of Buddhist practice. They get stuck there and never jump to attain to the higher level where they are aiming for enlightenment. Their aim is only for relaxation, right? And the relief of their stress, but never to attain a higher level.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So our Buddhism, the enlightenment, the target is enlightenment. Buddhism don't pursue the unhappiness, of course. At the same time, we don't pursue the happiness because that is provisional. Right?
Yeah, it's provisional.
Provisional things. So we pursue the freedom. In another word, is enlightenment. So the two beyond the dualism. Okay, thank you. And this. You have another question?
Yeah, I do have another question. Right here, Mucho was kind enough to give us copies of his book that he recently published, Seon Master Man Gok's Dharma Talks, The Gateless Gate. And this is a translation by you of some of the Dharma Talks.
Yeah, but it is already, the 2 books already translated. I did refer to that, and then I edit, and check the content.
Yeah.
And some part I translate native. Yeah, so I bind 2 books. Yeah.
And bring them together into this one? You bring the 2 books together?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I introduced.
Yeah, please. Can you actually? Would you mind telling us for our watchers who was Zen Master Man Gong?
Yeah, it's the one character of Zen is has the lineage. The Buddha Dharma come to China, and then the Zen is started,
Mhm.
we call it the first the first teacher, the first Zen master,
Mhm.
and then is descended, right?
Yeah.
Descended, and the second, third patriarch.
Mhm.
And then the Zen teachings and had spread the East North Asia.
Mhm.
Its main the Buddhism, and Korea also. So many Buddhism school came to the delivered to,
Mhm.
and then something is disappear, and something is keep their teaching and tradition.
Mhm.
But Zen is some the main teaching. It's Zen became main teaching, and then it's very interesting. We have also some lineage,
Mhm.
but on some period, some years,
Mhm.
100 or some years, it's not clear
Yeah.
the lineage.
So the need is not clear.
It's not clear the lineage, but suddenly another teacher is happened. His the Japanese name is Gong, Gong Sunim. Next is the Mangung Sunim. So we need to think about that. There is not clear lineage for how this Zen master happened.
Yeah. How does the teaching continue?
Yeah, but it's the same stories. Some lay people practice it, and he had some enlightenment up there in the cave. Yeah, the enlightenment. It is not. There is no place. There is no time. If it is the same with Buddha teaching. Anyway, some maybe 100 years ago, the Gong Sunim is is very famous, the scholar, Buddhism scholar. But he felt it is not enough. There is a theory. My real condition and my thought is different. He felt. Especially the story is at the time some infection, plague is spread, and then he felt some afraid. He felt he always freedom, happy, and he controlled his mind. But when people are dying at the time, he felt some afraid. So he felt I'm not enough. It's the theory and reality different. Before that, he felt I'm perfect.
But then he experienced the disease, the fear, the disease.
He before the reality. He felt I'm not enough. Yeah, so he did. He entered to small rooms, and it hold. It's a keep. And it's the small hole, and
they feed him
food. So he practiced. So the Mangung, James Mangung is his disciple, and then the Mangung, the disciple, is the Samseong-Am and another the Zen masters, and it is this teaching is more and more popular too in Korean Buddhism. Yeah. So
Sure. And
So,
Sanim
and
was
then- yeah.
the teacher of our teacher,
yeah.
Sabanim.
So and then so I want to introduce the Zen Buddhism to people.
Mhm.
So it's the Zen Master Manggong. The Dharma talk is very good content.
Yeah.
And then another one is the Zen classic book,
Mhm.
the Gateless Gate.
Gateless Gate.
The Korean Zen is character is with Hwaduson, and in English is the Koan Zen. It is more popular language, right? Koan Zen, the Hwaduson. We got the Hwadu from the Zen master, and we practice. We taught the Hwadu. A very strange language. It's not logical. It's like a riddle, enigma. It means we have to be free from our consciousness, our mind, our language, our culture. Culture is we think about we created many beautiful, useful things, many stuff. We can think. We are very excellent animals than many animals, but this culture is a kind of prison. Yeah. We need to pass through this prison. So this Hwadu is the guide word to be able to pass through the prison to the freedom. Okay, so I wanted to read my preface.
Yeah. So okay, I'll read the preface to this book here. Seon Master Manggong's Dharma Talks, Gateless Gate, translated by Mucho. So, preface here. This book, Seon Master Manggong's Dharma Talks, the content is not long, but it contains deep Seon wisdom of a very pithy remark, and it has been widely read, especially by Seon practitioners. The book that is combined together in Seon Master Mumun's The Gateless Gate, it contains only 48 Hwadus, but no other preface or epilogue is included. I will replace the introduction with Mumun's self-preface, which is written in the preface of The Gateless Gate. The Great Way has no gate. Though the path has 1,000 branches. Once you pass through this barrier, you confidently stride across the universe. Gateless Gate means there is a gate, that there is no gate. And this gateless gate is the gate we must pass through. Although the world seems to change quickly and move busily, nothing has changed in its essence. 10 years ago, 100 years ago, or 2,600 years ago at the time of the Buddha. Likewise, the essential aspect has not changed. There is a fish called swellfish. When swellfishes get caught on a fishing line and come out of the water, they greatly inflate their abdomen. It is said to be self-defense systems swellfish takes. But the same goes for people. People who are aware of the extinction of death take a similar method with swellfish to overcome this problem. It is that people also take a method of self-extension, self-expansion. Living with the goal of success is one of those ways of self-extension and self-expansion. When these distortional thoughts are grouped together, they form a kind of culture, and the future generations will follow the flow of their surroundings before they even make their own judgments about these and other things. It is not my judgment or choice, but that I follow the method people around me do. The case of Jesus and Barabbas is an example. As people shout Barabbas around them, so they shout out Barabbas after the people around them. What is my true judgment? If you pass through this gateless gate, you will gain right eye. and will no longer be ruled by the world, but will become the light of the world as a human being of great freedom.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You can read this book on the Amazon, the electric book. Amazon.
Oh, okay. Oh, on Amazon. Yeah, this is available on Amazon. Kindle.
Yeah, right. Kindle. Yeah.
Nice.
And
Cool.
and I am uploading the nowadays the blue clip record on my Facebook, and you contact on my Facebook and enjoy the classic Zen book, the blue clip record, and not enjoy the find something.
Yeah, sure. Find something in there.
Yeah, and I stay here, the Samseong-Am in Korea. Someone whoever wanted to question and wanted to practice with we want and come here, and I always welcome. So today we are very good. We have very good meeting with the James and Andrew. So we hopefully the next time we have good time, and keep in touch.
We will.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Mucho, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
We really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today.
Yeah.
It's a very fortunate meeting.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.